Hey everyone, AJ here. How are you today? I am going to show you a build of the Arnold. There's the Arnold on top of a brass GU clone. It is a 1.6 ohm coil. No dry hits. Very good vapor production. I'm not any great reviewer or videographer here, so this is going to be a simple look. This is the build that is used by the German, I believe, manufacturer of the device. I don't know German, so I can't tell you who he is, but he's the only review out there on the Arnold, and this is the build he uses. It utilizes two 1.5. I used 1.5 inch pieces of stainless steel rope, and it is an auto dripper. That is the build. That's the airflow control. Here's the top cap. That's what the build looks like done. It only utilizes one of the posts, one of the negative posts. It's only a single coil build. It is not a dual coil. And the negative posts are star keys, which makes it fairly easy to open and to lock them down. And the center post uses a knurled knob. I am not going to take it apart. I am just going to re-wick it. And I'm going to show you the re-wicking process. And I'll show you one of the pieces. I'll show you the the stainless steel rope goes down inside of this section here. This is an oval, an expanded hole here in this thing with two holes in the bottom of the well. So you have two pieces of stainless steel wick that go down in there into that hole. Let me straighten out the wick. It bent a little. The coil, excuse me, needs to be straightened out a little. I've just pulled it back out over the center of the hole. What you do is you take a little piece, and I mean a small piece of cotton, a small little tuft, tiny little piece, and you work that into that little well. I'm going to even make it a little smaller. And you work that into that well. And all I'm trying to do is get that piece on top of, to go into the hole and be on top of the stainless steel wicking as a conduit. You remember, if you use too much cotton, you will clog up the flow of the juice. So you need to really be careful and get just the right amount of cotton in there, and that way it will expand when it gets wet and the juice will flow properly. And that's about what I'm going to do there. So you can see that that cotton is flush with the deck. Then I'm going to take another piece, also not a tremendous piece, and I'm going to use this to make my wick. And I'm just going to pull this through the coil, just like you do for any micro coil. Like I said, I am not the best person to be really demonstrating this, as I stink at doing recordings and showing, and I'm just going to pull this through. Come on. It won't let me grab it. So we'll try again. Of course, when I was off camera, this worked just perfectly easily, and bam, wham, right through. I picked it right up. No issues. Now it wants to give me a hard time. And I got it finally, okay? And of course the piece that was in the well came along with it. I'm just going to replace that back in the well. So I have the piece of cotton pulled through the wick. I am going to cut it right at, because I don't need a lot of it. It's just going to meet with the wicking in the well. And I'm going to spread it out so that it meets with that wicking in the well. And then I'm just going to take this, I'm going to pull it over the two other holes in the back. There's two other holes in the back here. And I'm just going to pull this over Lay it down on the deck to cover those holes, which will supply juice to the wick also. And I'm going to cut this. So that's what it looks like built. These holes can also be used as the fill hole. Okay. The air holes, the juice flow controls, I have opened to maximum and then reset them to 2 turns in. All 4 of them I have. That's how I have it set up. It did not flood on me, so I don't see a need to change that. I'm just going to leave it the same. And of course, like you decided to fire on me. And then you just wet your wick down to prime it. I'm using some Mad Cat juice, which I won on I believe it was Freak Show. Thank you, Freak Show. Thank you, Mad Cat. So I have that all wet down now. I have it all wet down now. Do a little test fire. That's producing a lot of juice. When I built the coil, I built it so that it was at the height of the air hole in the top cap. Now this bushing here there's a knurled knob here that is used to adjust the top cap. I just and hold it in place, hold the air hole in place by the wick. What I do is I just put the top on with my thumb where the wick is. I turned it around. I hold that knurled knob and tighten down the top cap to where I want it to be. And this lock ring will keep the top cap in place. I then place the airflow control over the hole. Hold that. And put the lock ring for the airflow control on. And I'm ready for a mouth tip and a vape. Not bad. Nice, cool. It is a cooler vape. I have the airflow wide open, so it's on the cooler side. Okay, AJ out. Enjoy the Arnold.